is the syllabus for ISI Kolkata, and it is like always static in the terms of syllabus.
Syllabus is, yeah, usually very like mostly static.
And discrete mathematics we never expect in the syllabus.
Discrete mathematics. So remember the common portion that I talked about in the beginning, like aptitude. Maybe they will put in one like discrete math question, like mostly based on graph theory. Okay, one question they will put in. Usually not very difficult, doable. So yeah, discrete math you can revise graph theory.
Like you said, for algorithm, Corman book is best.
Yeah.
For other subjects, which book to refer?
So personally, I didn't actually refer to many books because I didn't get much time to prepare to this. But also my like final year going on.
वेलकम लर्नर्स टू अनअकैडमी कंप्यूटर साइंस यूट्यूब चैनल। सो हमने अपने चैनल में श्रेयन साहा को इनवाइट किया है, जिन्होंने ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 सिक्योर किया है आईएसआई कोलकाता एमटेक कंप्यूटर साइंस एग्जाम में। सो डेफिनेटली आप सभी लर्नर्स को पता होगा कि आईएसआई कोलकाता का जो एमटेक कंप्यूटर साइंस का एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म है उसका लास्ट डेट है 2 अप्रैल, और ये एग्जाम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। और इसी चीज को बताने के लिए हमने श्रेयन साहा को इनवाइट किया है, जिन्होंने ऑल इंडिया रैंक 1 सिक्योर किया है। तो डेफिनेटली ये आपको बहुत अच्छी तरीके से गाइड करेंगे और बताएंगे कि क्या क्या प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रैटेजी होनी चाहिए इस एग्जाम को क्रैक करने के लिए, उनकी क्या स्ट्रैटेजी रही थी। तो प्लीज श्रेयन साह आप बताइए कि आपने किस तरीके से इस एग्जाम को क्रैक किया। सबसे पहले अपना एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड, देन आप एग्जाम स्ट्रैटेजी वगैरह जरूर डिस्कस करें।
Okay. Thank you for the kind introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Sreyan, and with regards to my educational background, before this, I had completed the integrated MSc in physics from IIT Kharagpur. It's a 5-year course, and I had passed out in last year only, 2023. And so after that, I had like set for this exam, ISI entrance exam, and luckily I got in. So hopefully I'll be able to, give some insights regarding that. So first thing that you need to understand about this exam is that I'm assuming everyone, like most of the aspirants have given GATE exam this year. So one thing you need to understand is that it's like very different from the GATE exam, both in terms of quality, like paper pattern, everything. So I'm hoping everyone has at least had a chance to see the paper pattern. So what you might have felt is that the question, you don't need to do a lot of like rote memorization to crack this exam. What's important is that your concepts should be clear, and what's even more important is that your critical thinking skills should be very sharp. Okay, so for example, okay, so paper pattern के बारे में थोड़े बता देता हूँ अभी. So the exam is conducted over 2 halves. The first half is just MCQ math. It's called PCA. So 30 questions, 30 math questions based on mostly high school math. And to prepare for that part, you can go through like there's an ISI book called Tomato, like Test of Mathematics at 10 plus 2 level. It's a very common book. Everyone knows about it. So you can go through it, practice problems from that. Mostly, it's 30 MCQ questions. So you'll get like I don't know.
Can you please mention the book name again?
Yeah, sorry. The book name is it's popularly called Tomato. The full form is Test of Mathematics at the 10 plus 2 level.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go through it mostly to see like what kind of questions you can expect, and also go through the sample papers on the ISI website. I'm speaking for the first part only, the MCQ part. So 30 questions, and the syllabus is mostly like high school math, like 11th, 12th level math, not engineering math that you might have studied in BTech first year, not just basic high school math. The level maybe just semi-difficult, like maybe JE type level, not even that difficult. So it's doable. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
So yeah, that's part one, and then the part two, the second part, both parts will happen in the same day. So you need a lot of energy for that. But the second part is actually subjective paper. So it has like you'll get two options for the second part. Either you can do the CS part or the maths part. Like for the CS paper only, like you get two options for you can do either CS or math, right?
Okay.
So I'm assuming like if you're from BTech background, from CS background, you'll prefer to do the CS part. But even if you're not, you can try to do that, or you can have the option to do the math part also. So in this, coming to this, so the subjective paper, okay. So this is where your actual like critical thinking skills would be tested. Like so the topics that they will definitely test you on algorithms. That's a very important topic, and they'll definitely have one question from that. I'm mostly talking about the CS part, because that's the one I gave the example. But the math part would be something equivalent. I wouldn't be able to talk about that much, but then focusing on the CS part. Anyway, so the topic that you would need to be very clear on is algorithm. So for that, one good resource would be like going through the Foreman book. I'm sure everyone has heard about it. So in the Foreman, there are like many thought-provoking exercises after the text. Like after each chapter, within each chapter, you'll get some interesting questions. Try to work through those, because the type of questions you can expect in ISI entrance will be of that pattern, that type. Right. So you can also go through the previous year question papers and see what I'm trying to go at. So yeah, algorithms, Foreman book would be very helpful for that. And another topic that could come definitely is data structures. So one question from data structures, one question from algorithms. These two will be like very good questions.
And the questions format will be MCQ, right?
No, for the second part, it's like subjective questions.
Okay,
so,
subjective.
10-mark question, one question from each topic, suppose. And 10 marks is, it's not like you have to write pages upon pages. You have to just be very precise and just give your correct reasoning, and that would give you a full mark.
Can you tell me the type of questions they have asked in your exam?
Type of questions, like, can you elaborate? What do you mean by type of questions?
Like what type of questions they have asked in subjective from algorithms or from data structure, if you remember?
It was okay. For example, the specific question from algorithms, like it was an application of merging, the merge mechanism. So it's not directly, they'll not directly ask you merge dot KI, what's the time complexity, not like that, but they will ask you some questions which will require some applications of merge sort, those kinds of methods, and they'll ask you to give the time complexity of your, like they'll ask you to devise an algorithm of your own, but it's not a new algorithm. You have to make applications of what you already know and transform it to the question that that's the question that they're asking. So like that.
So mainly questions have been asked from algorithms application, right?
Application, exactly.
And sorting algorithm, we can say it's very important.
Sorting is definitely very important. Yes.
Okay.
So
please proceed.
That's one. Okay. So and data structure, I think they had asked about binary search trees and binary trees in general. So that's also one direction they go for. Okay, for algorithms, sorting, yeah, that every year they have, I think, asked something related to sorting and searching. So that's definitely something you should be very clear on. All different types of sorting, quick sort, merge sort, and not just that, like extensions of those, like how they can be applied in different other problems and all. So maybe you'll get some idea in Foreman. Like there are some good questions, tricky questions on that. So anyway, so that's that. Okay, next topic that I did was there was one question from Automata actually. So that one, yeah, I had done. The question was simple, like regular language. They will, okay, so automated questions, it will be obviously like some kind of proof or disproof kind of thing. They will give you something and you have to prove that either, for us, the question was prove that this is a regular language. They give you an instance of a language, some expression or something.
We can say that pumping lemma topic, right?
Pumping lemma, not necessarily pumping lemma. You can like prove it using other kinds of like logically somehow you have to arrive at the answer. Prove that it's a regular language or not a regular language, like that. Or last time it was the question. Maybe this time it could be some other language like context free grammar or could be anything, right?
Yes.
So those kind of things, like yeah.
Okay.
So that's there. And what other topic is there? Okay, networking. One question had come. That was actually a much simpler question. The question that they had given was related to padding of 0 and like the topic of padding, like when you are transferring data across the layers, I mean, you have to pad the with zeros, framing basically, framing of
Bit
data.
stuffing, right?
Yes, bit
Bit
stuffing.
stuffing.
So,
Okay.
just simple question based on that. So,
Okay.
like, they gave a bit sequence, and you have to say how bit stuffing would look like, and how many bits you would need to transfer the data. Would you? Is there any ambiguity? Like those kinds of questions.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, but networking, many types of questions can come. Networking, I would say, is a slightly easier topic because not very tricky questions can be made out of networking. So, basically, mostly based on the simple concepts that you can learn on networking on different layers and all. So,
Okay.
maybe network layer can come because that didn't come last year. So, these things you should focus on. Okay, another topic that came was like computer organization, memory, cache memory. So that's a very important topic. I think even in the previous past paper also I had seen cache a question coming from cache. So specifically the memory access time. They will give you a complicated cache architecture like level 1 cache, level 2 cache, and also give you some data regarding those, and you'll have to answer on what will be the access time and how you arrive at that answer, and what would be the situation if some things were different and all, like those kind of variations. So,
Okay.
yeah, but not necessarily something else can also come, just giving an
Yes,
idea.
yes. Okay.
Yeah, and what other topic is there? Okay, OS, one question had come regarding disk management or something. I didn't get time to, answer that because like the time is very short actually. So you need to do a very good time management. Like they'll give you 2 hours. And so at the first, there will be in the second half. I mean, 2 hours for the second half. So 3 questions. It would be common questions, common to both CS and math paper. 3 question aptitude-based questions. Those are mostly simple and usually everyone should be able to comfortably do them. So that consists of 20 marks and rest 80 marks you have to do. They will give you around 10 questions and I don't know. No, actually no. They'll give you 8 questions. So 80 marks, 8 questions, 10 marks each question. So, and you have to do as many as you can, but the time is a constraint, and so you have to do time management in such a way that you should go through the paper and see which questions you can definitely answer and go for those first, because you'll definitely not get time to answer all 8 questions very well because it would take you time. So you should focus on those topics that you know very well or those questions that seem doable very easily. So that management you should be able to do. And what else? Okay, so yeah, I was going to OS question. It was something like this management strategy, like scheduling algorithm. They even gave you the name of the algorithm and how the algorithm works, and based on that, they gave you some data and asked you how what the result would be. Basically, those type of questions. So scheduling algorithms might come actually.
CPU scheduling algorithm or disk.
This scheduling came last year, so CPU scheduling you can try, and synchronization questions are also important. So these, of course, you can try to revise. Okay. DBMS, one question had come. I don't actually remember the question. We can go through the previous year papers.
Normalization is important in DBMS, right?
Normalization, the question that they asked last year was not from normalization. Actually, it was from something else. But I don't remember. You can just go through the previous year papers. Like I think last 5 year papers are available on the website. So definitely go through all of them to get an idea of what level of questions you can expect. And yeah, I think 8 questions, 8 topics I've covered, right? Did I miss any important topic?
Okay, compiler design and core.
No, compiler design is not in the syllabus, so they will not ask you from compiler design.
And core digital logic is also not in the syllabus.
Oh yeah, so for architecture, that cache question I said.
Yes.
And digital logic, yes, they did actually ask one digital logic question. I think they gave some like A's and asked to prove if it's a universal circuit or not. Like no, like yeah, they gave you some set of some circuits and asked if they're functionally complete, which means like if you can construct everything with those particular sets, particular gates or not. So digital logic, many kinds of questions can come, like sequential. I remember sequential circuit questions had come in previous years. So yeah, that's also important, digital logic. So I think these are the 8 topics. We covered all 8 topics.
Okay,
So one
so this
question
is
from
the
each topic
syllabus.
definitely.
This is the
And yeah,
syllabus for ISI Kolkata, and it is like always static in the terms of syllabus.
syllabus is yeah, usually very like mostly static.
And discrete mathematics we never expect in the syllabus.
Um, Discrete mathematics. So remember the common portion that I talked about in the beginning, like aptitude. Maybe they will put in one like discrete math question, like mostly based on graph theory, a bit one question they will put in. Usually not very difficult, doable. So yeah, discrete math you can revise graph theory.
Like you said, for algorithm, Corman book is best.
Yeah.
For other subjects, which book to refer?
So personally, I didn't actually refer to many books because I didn't get much time to prepare for this.
Okay,
I also my like final year going on parallelly.
okay,
So mostly I just study from like notes and stuff. Books I didn't refer to many. Well,
okay, okay,
basically, yeah, even you can go through like standard textbooks, like right, like for all subjects that you have been going through
okay,
BTech. You don't have to like do something very extraordinary for you know, you just go through your like, just make sure your preparation that you have been doing is up to the mark. That's all. Like whatever you have studied, whatever books you have studied. I'm just saying that don't do anything new in this like few days, few months.
okay.
Yeah.
ओके अगर कोई स्टूडेंट ने गेट एग्जाम क्रैक नहीं किया लेट सपोज और वो इस
Okay.
एग्जाम को क्रैक करना चाहता है तो वो कर
Yeah.
सकता है
Yeah, that's definitely possible. No issues at all. I mean, the patterns from Gate and ISI are very, very different. Actually.
डिफरेंट
In
यस
Gate, the timing, like there are so
3
many
hours
MCQ questions and you get very less time. So it's a very different actually between Gate
ओके
and ISI. And ISI, time management, yes, of course, important. But more important is how much you can, critically think and answer. For
यस
Gate, like memorization of some topics, some formulas, like if you know some tips and tricks, you can do those questions. But for ISI, just knowing tricks won't be sufficient because you also need to know how those tricks have come or why they have come. So those things would actually matter because applications of those would be asked.
ओके ओके
Yeah.
सो टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी इज आल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन एल्गोरिथम्स राइट
Oh yes, time complexity. So the way time complexity will be important is that whenever they will ask you to like design an algorithm on your own, and they'll also ask you to give a proof of the time complexity, or at least logically say that this will be the time complexity, and they'll ask you for efficient algorithm. So one important thing is that suppose you somehow design an order of n square algorithm, but the question had asked for order of n log n algorithm, and you can't put it to n log n. So you can still write your own order of n square algorithm, and you'll get partial credit. So what's
ओके
important is that they will see your approach, not the final answer for all
ओके
questions. So
ओके
even if your approach is correct or you are trying to go towards the answer logically in logical steps, they will give you partial credit. So always at least try to attempt, even if you're not sure what the final answer will look like.
सो मिनिमम कितने मतलब मार्क्स आने चाहिए सो दैट दिस एग्जाम कैन बी क्रैक्ड
Okay, so there is one thing about this. So, जो sections में बताया ना अभी तक, all the sections have different weightages. For example, the MCQ test, the part one in the beginning, that has a certain weightage. I think about what 20-25%, something like that. And then the second part has the maximum weightage. बहुत ज़्यादा like 50% के आसपास रहता है. And after that, the interview has like 25% weightage. So yeah, depending on that, I would say the written part is like very important. So you should definitely focus on that. And कितने करने पड़ेंगे, as in let's say if you are able to do the 3 questions from the aptitude, most people should be able to comfortably deal with those. So that and from the rest 8 questions, I say you should target at least 4 because if you do at least 4, you'll be in a very comfortable position to get selected for the interviews, and then even in the interviews, it would be easier for you because you've already scored a lot of marks before. So even if your interview is not perfect, you'll still be able to get an overall good mark, have a good chance of getting it.
ओके ओके सो एवरी ईयर कब मतलब कि इसका एग्जाम होता है
Sorry.
एवरी ईयर आईएसआई कोलकाता अपने एग्जाम कब कंडक्ट करता है
Yeah, the exam is usually in the middle of May, I guess.
ओके ओके
So
सो
you still have like 1.5 months to prepare.
ओके ओके सो बेसिकली अगर किसी ने गेट एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपरेशन की, वो उसके नोट्स को ही रेफर कर ले, रिवाइज
Yeah,
कर ले.
definitely.
Right.
You can refer the same notes that you have done for your GA preparation. Just the application of that would be different. That's all. Overall syllabus, everything, theory, everything will remain the same. Like I didn't even specifically practice for like prepare for the ISI exam initially. I just like prepared for GATE mainly, and from that only I just transformed it to ISI. That's all. It's very easy if you're like during your preparation you're like you understand the concepts well. That's well enough, good enough. You don't need to do anything extraordinary for this.
Okay, can you please tell me कि आपने ISI कोलकाता को ही क्यों चूज किया?
Okay, so I'm from Kolkata, so of course ISI Kolkata has been a dream college for me for a very long time, and so my gate rank was like it was fine, but it was not very good. Like I couldn't go into the like top IITs, and after that, ISI Kolkata seems to be a very good option to me. I went through their course structure and course brochure, and it looked very logical to me because they give you a lot of flexibility on the kind of courses you can take to get inside ISI. People from different backgrounds can come in. Like even if you're from a math background or physics background, you can come in, or even from computer science background, you can come in. So because of that, the course structure is very flexible. You can take courses that you're more interested in or you're more weaker in, and you want to polish up those courses. Like suppose some BTech courses in the first year, you can like there are some revision of some BTech courses, but advanced versions of those. Suppose algorithms, you can take algorithms course and you'll learn some advanced versions. Basic, they'll start from the basics, but then ramp up to the advanced. So like that. So that flexibility I did not see in like other colleges course structure. There they assume that everyone is from CS background and everyone knows the basics and just start from the advanced topics only. So that ISI will never do. They will give you the flexibility.
Okay. Can you tell me the placement experience at ISI Kolkata?
Yes, just one second.
Oh, sure.
Sorry.
No issues. Please tell me.
Yeah, with regards to the placement scenario, most of the jobs are in actually the data science domain because that's one of the most lucrative emerging domains at the moment. So and with data science, so one good thing about ISI placement scenario is that almost everyone gets placed, like almost 100%, and not even almost, like exactly I would say 100% placement every year. And as in everyone who sets for the placement from computer science, they will definitely get placed. That's surety that I don't think other colleges would be able to provide with such confidence. And the packages are also very decent. Like even last year, the average package was more than 20 lakhs per annum. So I would say that's quite decent actually for starting as a starting salary. So yeah, placement wise, it's on par with IITs at least. That's what you can say.
Okay, great. मतलब कि इसका 100% प्लेसमेंट रेट है, किसी का भी अगर एडमिशन हो गया तो उसका प्लेसमेंट तो पक्का है.
I wouldn't say like that, but yeah, if you work hard and go through those steps, you'll definitely get placed.
Yes,
But
because
the
every year
competition is also very less actually, right? Because there how many? Like they take like 30, 35 people, and you're only competing among these small groups. So you'll definitely get placed in the end. So that much security you can provide.
Sure. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच श्रेयन. आपने बहुत ही अच्छी तरीके से अपना पूरा एक्सपीरियंस हमारे साथ शेयर किया कि आपने कैसे एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन की थी. एट द एंड आप क्या फाइनल मैसेज अपने हमारे लर्नर्स को कन्वे करना चाहेंगे?
I would say that okay, personally for me, like joining ISI was definitely one of the best decisions, and I have absolutely no regrets. So if you're preparing for ISI exam, I'll say yeah, definitely try your best. And one thing is that the ISI, both the exam and the like interview after that was like very like chill and like very. Don't take extra pressure. Like just be yourself, and I think that would be very good. Even in interviews, just be yourself. Be the faculty and the interviewers, they're very friendly, very calm, very chill, right? So just be yourself. Don't stress too much. Just give it like just any other exam. Chill karke de do. Itna stress mat lo, and I think that would be the best thing that you can do. And yeah, hoping to to see you guys here next year.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Sreyan. आपने इतना time दिया. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem. Yeah, it was my pleasure.